Hey, green lights on OBS.
Heresy.
Pringles on Twitch.
Okay. How terrifying.
So yeah,
What the hell is a battle couch?
battle couch?
Yeah, obviously, the only couch that should be of consideration to us is the time-traveling sofa.
It seems that
This is a really long ad.
it is, isn't it?
Jeez.
Okay,
Pringles
we're live
must
on
be...
Twitch. Bernie says again.
No, we do not say these words.
Volume-
Stop it.
Volume.
No, I won't allow it or I'll poke you.
I won't say it.
Thank you, thank
Hello,
you.
sexy
No!
voice. That was not what you said. I couldn't say. You said I
You
couldn't say
can't
voluminous
say any
mysterious.
of these things.
Hello, Bernie.
For a moment there I thought, probably the button to open the map is P.
E?
Yeah, P. That's a terrible insider joke of streams you're not a part of because you hate us.
No, because on Thursday I'd done 17 hours since midnight, and I'd been up the day before as well.
I mean, yes, technically, you do have excuses. I am aware
have
of those.
excuses.
But still, it's better to just blame you for the things you've done.
Hashtag blame Sal. Hello, potato.
Hello, potato. What if I just go through here? Maybe I'll find the weird place the Admiralty wants me to find there. Or maybe it's down south.
How are you doing for things like Hull?
I'm fine on hull and fuel. I'm good. The only thing I'm doing terribly at is terror. But nobody cares about that. Onwards! I said onwards.
P is for map in near Auto Tomato.
Yes. Potato, no, hold on. But also, you've ruined the insider joke. That was really not funny. Something tells me I'm having nightmares.
Hey, Guido. Hello, Guido.
Oh no.
Sneaks in and attacks potato with butter and chives.
Should we be worried?
Welcome to our stream.
Is this like a high-profile guy?
He's a friend from another planet.
Oh god. It's the crustacean menace again. Oh no!
He spotted you, man.
I need to that. It's okay. That was part of the plan.
Bernie's gonna correct you on how you pronounce Admiralty.
And I say Admiralty how I like to say it. But why do I always miss? I've just come out of the thing.
Wait, high profile, I'm tall, but I'm just me, says Guido. Hey, Zeron.
We've lost 33 hunger. But I lost like half my hull. I give up.
And this is just as you're about to start on your next expedition.
I don't need that hull. I never needed it in the first place. Can I close that? No.
Potato says, no, you're making me tasty, Guido.
No, please don't. That's concerning. I did not want to think of potato in that manner.
What, with butter and chives?
Yeah. They're terrifying. Have you seen butter? Do you know how it's
what's
made?
That thing? There's a thing.
Yes, I can see the thing. I'm
What is
getting
the
ready to do my attack. Ooh, the crustacean menace.
Crap.
They're gonna get it.
Have you guys seen the anime called Last Exile and Last Exile from Silverwing? An anime.
What? Does it have something to do with crabs? No, don't you dare. No.
You usually don't have trouble with crabs, Mia.
I usually don't. The crustacean menace knows that I'm out for it. It's a normal feud we have. I should stop eating crabs. That might contribute to the problem. Who the hell put this here?
Oh, have we seen this before?
Yeah, we have. It's the canal leading to the surface where we die of sunlight.
Yeah.
I'm still on my way south. I'm trying to find the thing for the Admiralty. Something about something about something. No, P is not the right button. Near has tainted me. Journal. No. No, where's...
Guido says you can get a shot to fix your VD problem. I think applying the shots to me as crabs is the thing he's having difficulty with at the moment.
What are you making jokes at my expense here? An Admiralty Commission retrieves strategic information from Gaidersman and the Corsair Forest. There you go. No, that's
Bernie is getting very upset about your pronunciation.
What? How would you like me to pronounce Admiralty so I can spite you more?
Admiralty.
Admiralty!
Admiralty.
Oh no, not those. They're worse.
They're worse.
Go away. I don't want to fight you.
So did you explain on Monday about what's happened?
Oh yeah, I did. But now we
so
have new people here, so we can't bring it up again, as if people know. Ah yes, uncharted territory. Corsair something something, we're on the way.
Hello, Lieutenant Lucan.
Hello, Lieutenant Lucan. I do have stories to tell. Stories that Potato was supposed to remind me of. But it's too early, I can't tell them yet.
What happens if you go into one of those maelstroms? Is it a bad thing?
I don't know. Well, usually you told me to steer away from them.
Anything that's described as doom is probably a bad thing.
Oh, it's too late now. You called for it. Something's not going well.
Yeah, like that ship's got an awful lot of armour.
What? No, it doesn't. The only unfortunate thing is that they caught me in the middle of this thing. Oh no, it's hurting my hull. Oh no, that was them.
That was them. Yeah, that was their torpedoes.
No, it's still hurting my hull. It's the thing. Why did you make me do this?
I didn't.
I was just out on a friendly adventure, and then you'd done this. Oh no!
This isn't boding well, mate. When you've been doing so well, surviving so far.
I'll blame you. Oh, don't you dare! Don't you bloody dare shoot me down now! To get me out of here. Oh no, that's the pause button. What was the fire button? There.
Bernie's asking if there's any change in Soup Lady's condition. No, it's actually not looking good.
Oh god.
She when she was taken into hospital, she was put under sedation, and so for anyone who doesn't know, this is Soup Lady, who we've talked about in the past, and she had a massive heart attack on it was actually on Sunday. First thing we found out about it was when we got into work on Monday, and but she doesn't actually have any family, so we were presuming that like she doesn't have a next of kin. So, but it turns out she has such a huge circle of friends. It's actually we're having to set up a rota for visiting. But yeah, she was put under sedation. And that's pretty common when you have a large heart attack. So there wasn't too much worry there. What they are worried about is that when you have such a large heart attack, it can cut off oxygen to your brain, and they're worried about brain damage. But because the heart attack happened in the train station outside the office, it's a large train station and it's well patrolled by the police. And she collapsed right in front of a policeman, and she got CPR immediately. So they were hoping that would mitigate any potential damage. But last night they tried to bring her out of sedation because she's been stable. But when they reduced the sedatives, she came to, but she's not responsive. So she's, although she opens her eyes, she's not looking at anybody or anything, and she's not responding to commands and stuff. Like if someone says, squeeze my hand, she's just not reacting to it. But she's an enormous glam rock fan. So that's where she'd been. She'd been out gigging all weekend. So one of her friends today I was talking to said that they've been in the hospital with her this afternoon, and they've been playing songs off their phone, Slade songs, and she because she's big into the rock groups from the 70s, and at one point one of the songs raised a blood pressure high enough that it actually set off one of the alarms on the machines that she's wired to. So they're hoping that's a good sign that there is some sort of we're getting some sort of response from her. But they put her back under sedation because she was showing signs of distress, and they're trying it again tonight. But she went down for a brain scan. It would have been about 5 o'clock this evening, so I might hear tonight, or certainly by tomorrow, whether the scan has shown anything. But yeah, we were kind of hoping today, because there was every chance that they'd take her out of sedation and she'd sit up and start complaining about the tubes that were wired to her. But yeah, it could be that she's not suffered any other damage other than the fact that she's now got a dicky ticker. But it's just not looking so good. So yeah, it's a bit sad on that front. But that was why I wasn't around on Monday, because it was day 17. I've been up all night anyway, thinking that I was going to be able to sleep all day, because I was just going to go in the morning, sort out a team meeting, get Mia proper working and doing something productive, and then I was going to go home and sleep all day. Didn't get to happen, unfortunately. So are you going to head back and get your hull repaired?
What do you mean? What do you think I'm doing?
That's what I was asking you. Is that what you are doing here?
Well, what other choice do I have left? I'm gonna die if a crab just looks at bloody me. And they blew out my engines, so we're going at amazing speeds.
Oh, I didn't realise that you were going slow purposefully.
Oh look, a maelstrom. Let's just look what it does.
I asked. I didn't say go in.
No, don't. No, I don't need the crab right now. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
And is that a bad thing up front?
No, that's not. That's a friendly ship, I hope. Oh, God. I'm losing all of my fuel here. I'm blaming you for this.
Okay, this is good. Yeah, Potato says, let's just hope that Soup.x is just slow to boot and she'll make a full recovery in due time. Yeah, hoping so. It's still early days.
Returning to London, lights of London welcome you. The starlight only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Have I? Have I really? A breath of relief as soon as the gangplank touches the quayside. The terrors of the deep sea lighten. Quayside, sorry. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dream...
Flash on OBS there.
Okay. Let's see. Something has changed. Someone wants to sign on. The blind bruiser attends to business on the dock, and that's all for now. Get me to the bloody dry docks.
Oh, potential new recruits as well.
I don't need any bloody potential new recruits. I mean, sure, 2 people just died because of this fun adventure we had. I have 7 favors.
Potato says, Sal, remind Mira of Giraffe Lady who wanted me to remind him of it. As well as the fire alarm. Oh, the fire alarm. Chicken feathers. Defeathering a chicken. I learned a new German phrase today.
Well, you didn't learn the German equivalent.
I didn't learn what it is in German. I learnt a phrase that Germans use as opposed to the German version of it. So instead of saying that you have a bone to pick with somebody, you say that you need to defeather their chicken?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Have we ever explained to you what it means when somebody says that it's the last turkey in the shop?
No. Why would they?
Maybe one day I'll tell you. Is it going to be one of those streams where you're just really salty?
Hold the phone. Why is my ship not firing? Did I lose? Don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me you lost your engines. That was careless of you. Oh, I was thinking, why isn't Mia moving? He's giving me what I would say are evil stares, except Mia doesn't do evil stares very well. It was more a look of frustration. Guido's had in a lot of salt to the stream.
Oh yeah, thank you. Why isn't my engine working? Where do I find out why it's not working?
What if you go to try and buy a new engine? Will it tell you?
I'm not gonna go buy a new engine. Do you know how much the thing costs?
Just have a look and see if you still have the ability to sell your old engine.
I can sell it for 10 quid.
Bernie asked what just happened. Mia gave me his terribly frustrated look, which it's a kind of the evil stare that you might get from a character from Sesame Street. Potato says, when Sal says, "I'll tell you one day" to Mia, I automatically assume it's something erotic. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Is that not a Canadian selling?
Oh, whoops, I didn't install the bloody thing.
I need to send a lot of bottles. We could sell wine. Indeed. Have we got anything we could sell now?
Oh, no, we just arrived here.
I don't know what we did at the end of last stream.
Have we sold everything?
I haven't slept enough since last week.
We've bloody sold everything, and I was ready to go out again and deduce it. Let's go into this maelstrom and get blown up.
I said what happens when you go into the maelstrom. I didn't say go into the maelstrom. Twice.
I have no idea why my ship won't work.
Well, it's never been the fastest. Have you left the brake on?
And that's not how it works. Full power to engines? No, that's not what...
Oh, was there somebody making your ship faster and they've died?
No, that's not how it works. They shot something on my ship and that's not working anymore, but I don't know what it is.
Is it really the ship? Now, is it?
I don't know. I just know that I can't crank it up, and I'm not sure if I want to go through the entirety of the undersea, but just going at 1 speed. It's already pretty slow. At 2. And I bought new engines, so that's not the problem. I don't know what the problem is. Let me go through the logbook again. Wave slap the side of the ship, full power, that's when I was evading crabs. Pow. Mm. Mm.
Isn't there some status thing?
Where is that?
I don't know.
Oh! The crawling stars. The lookout shouts far above the full stars and the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Record the change and assign a name. We were very fortunate. We've lost 3 terror. One sailor claims it resembles the sun, another a Hindu Mandela cross, a third suggests the rose window of Charteris's cathedral. This excites mockery. Nevertheless, the reaction is positive. Well done, we've done that. How do I fix my ship? Somebody please find out. The crew! Of course! The crew! Where do I find crew? I usually don't buy them.
On the top right. Top right of your screen.
Yeah, I see that. Less than half, you're not full speed. Somebody could have said that to me a little earlier.
And Bernie says, Atmir, have you tried recrystallizing the dilithium matrix?
Aha! Of course, it is men that's the problem. Right, a new recruit. We could engage the haunted doctor, the genial magician, or a sailor. Genial. So, doctors or magicians, please?
I'm tempted to go magician.
Of course. Please, I must leave this place. I can work my passage. No, hold on, that's the doctor. Good afternoon. Perhaps I can do your engine some good, no? I'm quite the engineer. Difficult to credit, isn't it? But here are my references. Now, we can't have the magician. We already have an engineer. So let's get a doctor. Please, I must leave this place. I can work my passage. I am doctor. The haunted doctor increases hearts and pages. Welcome aboard. Thank you. This is mine. It'll do very nicely. Excuse me, I will just turn up the oil lamp a touch. I dislike the dark. Appoint your new officer by dragging him, blah, blah, blah.
He doesn't like the dark.
Yeah, nobody likes the dark. They all have that problem. There. Brilliant. He's going to eat bloody everything.
Well, we haven't been having a problem with food, have we?
Yeah, that's because we've been eating all the crabs.
Guido says, well, you know, it's never the woman's fault. And Bernie
It's
says,
this woman's fault that I died almost. I had such a successful run in this.
And Bernie says, men are the problem? Are you sure that's not just radical feminist propaganda? Is that a bad ship? Oh, no,
it's not.
Ship,
It's
it?
the light ship. Mm-hmm. Calm yourself, woman.
Indeed. Does the doctor come with his own couch for Mr. Salty? Shouldn't do that, Mira. It'll come through the microphone.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to go through the microphone.
That crab's going to spot you. You're going to shoot it this time instead of missing it.
No, I'm just going to fly around it.
Okay. Can't remember the name of the place we're looking for, can you?
Corsair something. Aha, it didn't even come through. What a crummy, lousy microphone is this that doesn't even pick up the minutest form of background noise?
Mir was drumming his fingers on his keyboard.
I was having a minor mental breakdown.
Just one of those everyday occurrences that Mir
Now,
has.
I know Sal told me this is a bad thing to say, and I definitely shouldn't point it
here we
out.
go. What did I tell you not to say because it was a bad thing?
Lots of things, but let's go with the more tame version.
Okay.
So, for those of you who were here on Monday, you might remember that I mentioned that I was a bit distraught over the fact that the last thing I said to the soup lady before she had her accident was that I feel like she kind of looks a little bit like a knockoff brand Terminator because she was wearing sunglasses indoors and was wearing a silver jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see how you can make that connection. And, of course, she was a bit upset about that, understandably. But here's where the worst part gets... What's this now? Oh, no.
That's a bad ship, isn't it?
It is a bad ship, but they're all bad ships. Just a moment. Just need to fluke it.
A crack pirate frigate. He's bigger than you, man.
Yeah, so... As long as I can get behind him, there's no problem. And being the smaller one, I have a higher turning rate.
Smaller turning circle. Yes, minor breakdown is a code for an extreme fit. Oh, nice. Do you think you've taken out his engines and that's why he's slowed down?
No, he's just an idiot.
Oh, okay.
He can't see me, so I guess
So you
he's getting
mustn't be there.
confused. Yeah, obviously. So I was saying that she looks like a knockoff brand Terminator, but here's the worst part. I'm glad that I didn't think of it earlier in the office, and instead thought so outside of the environment. But what's this now?
Oh, it's the
Do I need to
nightmare.
have nightmares in the middle of a fight? Go deeper into the nightmare.
What? That was very chancy.
Yeah, I know. But I need one Tale of Terror, and I need to increase my nightmare strength to level 6 so I can defeat it.
Right. Yeah.
And we've gained a little bit of terror, but, you know, there are worse things. Oh, whoops. Oh, no!
That was... Oh, you're on fire, mate.
I'm not.
You were.
No, I'm not.
No, but you were.
Well, no, I never was. Yeah, I thought, wouldn't it be fitting of me to now conclude that after I called her a knockoff brand Terminator, she'd decided to terminate herself?
And as I said to me, that's probably not the kind of joke that you should make in the office.
Yeah. I was hoping for laughter and applause now, but I realize I'm the wrong company for that. Let's loot and scuttle the ship. I've gained an unopened cache of curiosities and 2 supplies. It's a firkin of honey. This is what they call prisoner's honey, wrung by the lamplighter bee from the exile's rose. I wonder who made up all these names, remarks able seaman Cargate. Someone who's read to sight too many books, I'm thinking.
And Tammy's here. Hello, Tammy.
Hello,
Says,
Tammy.
That's not the kind of joke you should make ever.
Yeah. In the same context, I was thinking... Should I stop, by the way?
You should probably stop.
I was thinking that instead of flowers... Hello, Tammy. Instead of flowers, wouldn't it be funny to just buy...
No, you're not buying her a wreath before she's dead.
Well, no. I'm not. You're not allowing it, I know. You tell me that it's very rude to do so, so I guess I'm not. Where am I, by the way? Oh, there. So instead, different story. Today I had a minor heart attack. For some reason, to keep me on my toes, I guess, and I assume everyone else, the guys downstairs in what I assume is facilities management decided to issue the test of the fire alarm without actually announcing that it's a test. You know, usually they have that thing where they announce, this is a test of the fire alarm, no further action is required, which is so loud, it scares me by itself. Then they leave an unreasonable amount of time between the message and the actual fire alarm sound that I get scared a second time. and then by the third time, I'd just shrink together as soon as it happens, but still. Well, today they decided, well, let's play the fire alarm first and then tell people there's no further action required.
You know the place you're looking for, the Corsair something or other?
Yes.
Wasn't it a forest?
Yes.
So could it be part of the mangrove place here? Like it might be that it's somewhere on that island.
Well, I don't. It is because we need an admiral. Ah! Aha! I didn't crash into the dock just now. Mangrove College. The wise and the wicked seek sanctuary here, where the fruits are plenty and the woods wild. Let's go! A steaming sprawl of parasynthetic vegetation and a village, barely a village, old walls, roofs in disrepair, stilts leaning dangerously. It looks to have been assembled by drunks in a hurry. Dock carefully.
Wasn't me.
Right. So we could engage an officer, Maybe's daughter. Hello! Where are you headed? On second thoughts, I don't mind. Can I come aboard? Yes, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer in a hurry. Sorry, we already have an engineer. Goodbye. Pick up a passenger. Oh, yes. The Mangrove College is named for its scholars and philosophers. They have long abandoned civilized comforts for their life of the mind. Sometimes they want those civilized comforts back. Well, yes.
Yeah.
A checkered character. The principals, Port Cecil, black and white and silver. Please take me there, sooner or later, it doesn't matter. I know how complex the moves can be. I have now gotten a checkered character, thank you. Can I have a second fella? No, I guess not. I could gather supplies. Nah, I don't want to. I also don't want to eat and drink and be merry. We've got crab flesh on board, but I can compile a port report. The thinkers of the Mangrove College continue their untroubled and sedentary existence. New schools of philosophy are born and die like bubbles. Extraordinary poetries are written in water. The occasional retired pirate tries and fails to get invited to saloons. Salons. Saloons. But we've got one thing.
What about beachcombing? What's that say? I just saw it fly past before.
Go beachcombing. Ships come and go to and from the Mangrove College, often in secret. What might they have flung overboard? Fine, let's go beachcombing. Combing. Take a stroll along the beach. Perhaps the sea has brought you something. Is it driftwood? Something glinting? Or a nasty glop of goo? I need some decisions here.
Oh, no, I'll let you do this because you're going to blame me.
What? Yeah, I am going to blame you, but that's what you're there for.
Anyway, Potato gave you a cringed grimace.
A cringed grimace?
Like grimace, like the face that you were pulling before?
Yeah, I know. Is that in response to my distasteful humour?
Yes.
Are you sure? It could have been something earlier.
No, I saw when it came up.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was good.
So, the dark surface, the something glinting, or the nasty glob of goo.
Yes.
Bernie already blames me. So, what do you want to go for?
Yeah, I don't know.
What sounds like your kind of thing?
I get the driftwood. A horrid carving. Someone has shaped this into a devil mask and then threw it in the sea. When you look at it, it's easy to see why. Ugh. I've gained one outlandish artifact, though. Thank you. They've got no shops here. Onwards and outwards.
And was it definitely to the south that we were trying to get?
Well, I'm just trying to find anything around here. Where was Port Cecil, by the way? I know I've been there before.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, in the middle of the map.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll go take a stroll over there in a moment.
Oh, was Spotted Cow in stream on Monday?
I do believe so, yes.
Any news about his driving test?
The Spotted Cow didn't mention anything. Or it might have mentioned something and I just missed it.
The Mercurius Deep.
Ooh!
Potato's bird is watching the stream. Can we say hi to the bird?
Hello, bird. Do you think they've got cannons in the back?
Maybe. Yes.
Well, no, those are front
Guido
cannons.
says, I was that guy. I tested fire alarms. It's true, though. I mean, even every Wednesday morning. Yeah, he looks like a really bad guy. Much worse guy than the one you've run away from. Do you think they are friends to each other or enemies to each other?
I don't know. I'm not willing to test it out. I have something against your ridiculous theories.
What's this place? We've not been
The
here
Iron
before.
Kingdom.
Google's bluff.
Or the Iron Republic
Have
works
we
too.
been here before?
No, we have not.
I don't recognise it.
Hell's client state, be wary, their laws are not the laws of man or nature. Welcome to the Iron Republic, factory engines roar like false lions. Factory engines roar like false lions, blood thunders in the dock pipes, crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy, calm harbour water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Well, it's not.
It doesn't sound like the nicest of places.
Do we want to have our sailors go ashore? Do we really need that? This badly? Oh, this increases terror? But maybe something else horrible will happen. That's nice. But we can file a port report. Haha! It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell. To record the Republic's events, it's like trying to sing wax or believe water. You do what you can. The third paragraph, Bud's eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. The full stop's bite. You do what you can. A cannoneer.
Oh.
Engage an officer, the irresponsible cannoneer. Are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for a whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it?
And it's an irrepressible, not an irresponsible. That's kind of different.
Oh, yeah. I didn't read that.
Guido says, I lived in New Orleans. This place seems tame to me. Yeah, I know, right?
Welcome aboard. Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement? There's always room for improvement. Wait, let me make notes. Paper! Appoint your new officer by dragging him. Yes, I know. What else can we do here? Do we want to go to the Market of Hungers?
Parliament of Flies.
Buzz buzz. Okay. The Market of Hungers with its spies and sigils. Is it a buzz? No, is it a parody or of the bazaar? Today flies fill its arcades. Buzz buzz. The Merc folds. Visit the shops tab. Oh, I've gained 1 terror. But I've also gained 1 fragment.
Bernie's saying, Guido, just wait
What
until
the
Mum and
hell?
Daddy start fighting. We're not fighting.
Fuel at like less than half the price.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, we're stocking up, fellas.
What about that parabola linen? Does that fetch a good price somewhere?
I don't know.
Ooh, House of Pleasures. The flies will caress you with their wings. Hurry up and purchase something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no thank you. Right! Onwards and outwards. Remind me to find me some crabs.
Oh, Potato just does give a good point, actually. What about ship costs here?
It's too late, I'm gone. Was are you sure you want to buy a ship from this place? This is not even London.
They are iron people, though, aren't they? Even if they are
Yeah, iron is known to float so extremely well.
Well, it does.
They have no ships
when
available.
Made into a ship shape.
They have no ships available. I guess they specialise on trains.
Yeah.
Das Horn. Right.
So Cecil's Port Cecil?
Port Cecil it is.
Yeah, give you a chance to try out your new gunner.
I doubt that'll make much of a difference.
Oh, what's that?
Your cheeks are wet. You think for a moment that it's sweat, but then the sorrow hits you like a falling stalactite. You're weeping. You double over, inconsolable. Control yourself. Stifle your sobs. What is this? What is this sorrow? The ebb tide. You dig your nails into the palms of your hand, pacing the ship. The sorrow retreats like mist to the borders of your thought. You master yourself, but the taste of salt remains. You're the gods of the sea salt attention. Quality has gone.
Bernie points out that if they specialise in trains, doesn't that make them Mir's new favourite people?
Not necessarily.
Really?
Oh, hey, that's the ship that attacked me earlier in Adam's Doom.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Getting your own back now.
Remember that dream I had about the giraffe woman?
Yes, I do actually.
Which you might retelling that while I'm busy fighting.
Mir had a dream, and there was a woman in it whose neck kept on getting longer and longer like a giraffe. I don't remember the rest, Mir. I can't remember my own dreams, never mind yours.
That's a bit unfair. What do I employ you for?
Well, mainly to be your boss.
Fair point.
Yeah, that crew have got to be dizzy. Very, very, very dizzy.
It's alright.
Better to be dizzy than dead. Oh, here we go. Let's spin the other way around.
Is it really the other way around? I feel like we've been going this way around the entire time already. Oh. This is painful.
Yeah, nearly there though.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's
And
trying
then
to
came
fluke
the
me.
fog. Oh, Mir, you let him shoot you.
Well, let's fetch what they had. A cache of curiosities. What is it? More honey. Hooray. That's what we needed.
So you were going up to Cecil's port?
Yes, I am.
You turn me round, round, baby, round, round, like a record, baby, right, round, round, round. 4 years' time.
Are you trying to imply I'm not familiar with that song?
And Bernie says,
Hold
the
on, what?
sails on the ship go round, down, round,
Oh no.
round,
Oh
down,
no.
round.
Oh no, 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 no.
Ooh, nicely dodged.
Thank you. Are you kidding me?
Oh, there's another one.
I'm not sure if that's another one.
It's definitely not the same one.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's another bad one.
So how long before we get nukes?
We don't get nukes in this game, I think.
Oh, Sal would be most disappointed.
Well, Sal's not here right now,
No,
is he?
he's not. Where's Sal?
Did. Well, we've gained some supplies, some fuel, and a cask of wine.
Nice.
I guess so.
I bagsy the wine.
Can't you be content with the honey?
I like honey too.
Yeah.
What is the point of this game if it's not nukes?
I don't know. I think it's terror and despair. Ow.
What? What's the owl?
There's another ship up
Oh,
there in
there
the
is.
corner. Why are they around here so much lately? I've got better things to do.
It is a bit chip dense here, isn't it?
Ah, that was the wrong approach. Never mind, it worked out. In the past, as if I read that correctly, this game used to have a turn-based ship combat system where you have just 2 pictures of the ships next to each other and you have to choose your battle attacks. It's kind of like FTL.
Bernie says, no nukes. Unsubscribes. Guido points out that honey makes me. Meat's nice. To nuke or not to nuke, that is the question, asks Tammy, or says Tammy. Dear Horatio. When you say dense, so you mean mere.
Should I feel offended? You're just reading that out
You're
because
going
he's
to
your cool
be-
friend.
You're going to be offended anyway, mere.
I mean, yes, I will be,
That's
but
your-
still...
That's your raison d'etre.
Fuel, supply, and spider silk.
Nice. Okay.
Well, maybe we can make it to Cecil now. So I had a very bizarre dream recently. I blame the couch because at the time I had accidentally fallen asleep on the couch. Have I seen this place before?
I don't remember you seeing somewhere called Eakin Rock.
Well, it's not somewhere... Oh, you've got to be
Gators
kidding
Morn?
me.
What?
This
Do you
is
remember
it.
this?
This is it. This is Gators Morn. This is the Corsair Forest.
Oh, okay. So this is the place we've been looking for. Doesn't look very foresty.
And I don't know, maybe those are very large trees.
Could be.
Do you know how long I've been looking for this place?
Yeah, pretty much since the start.
Yes, I know.
I've been-
Gators Morn. What?
Morn.
Morn. Step carefully. The Morn is a stalagmite vast as crag. What? The Morn is a stalagmite vast as a crag. What's a crag
A
again?
crag is like a small rocky hill, an outcropping of some description.
Ah.
So like a craggy hill has got lots of lumps of rock.
All right. And its foot has no safe harbours. The Corsair's citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winges takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. Are you mad? Don't you just lift the ship off the... It's going to fall apart! A hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher. Now the undersea shimmers like glass below. Children clambering in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor shows you hang in a cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. Oh, okay.
Okay, is that just their way of docking you?
The Admiralty sent you. Price has gone up. It's not safe here. Yeah, you'll pay the difference, won't you? How much do they want? 5 echoes. I could just turn this into a challenge. But sure, let's give him those 5 coins. You're a generous soul. You'll have your reward the other side of the river one day, and here's a little reward for now. Good sailing to ye. The report is barely legible. Perhaps that's part of the code the Admiralty will know. I could still gather intelligence. Might as well. 2 report reports. Gatersman swarms with pirates, smugglers, and captains of uncertain allegiance. You could learn a lot here, but you'll need to go carefully. A steaming bathhouse on a spur of rock. Water slops over the edge of tubs, out over the edge to join the sea far below. Scarred captains boast drunkenly of the prizes they've taken and the victims they've marked out. You listen from the shadows. I've succeeded in the Veil's challenge, and I've got now another port report. Yes. 2 port reports. Let's explore the Marne. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Marne. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the best paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor. With an additional throatful of lurching terror, of course. A contretemps with corsairs. Fights on the Marne have staccato quality. Staccato?
Staccato.
Staccato.
It means stop, start, stop, start, stop.
A careless lunge will send you plummeting to your doom, so wait and choose your moment carefully. Oh, I can unleash my cat!
Nice, because the cat was like... I mean, does that mean we get rid of the cat? Because we kind of wanted to, didn't we?
Well, the cat has a 90% chance of success. Its fur is bristling, it's almost sparking. A sound like a dying storm rumbles in its throat. Yeah. A secret weapon. Your Morks feel his agility gives it a tremendous advantage. It leaps from pirate to pinnacle to pirate, leaving a trail of swiped eyes, bleeding scalps, and multilingual curses. In confusion and terror, the enemy flees. The Mog returns to your shoulder to lick your ear with a rasping tongue. Its breath smells like weak old cave trout. You were fortunate, and that's all for now. I didn't even get anything out of it. Is there anything else? Another afternoon at the Arrant Limpet. A drinking den by the dock cradle is a good place for your crew to find companionship and let off steam. But although Gatersmon is a free port, the Corsairs prefer their own and look askance at respectable Londoners. Ugh. Cold shoulders at the Arrant Limpet. Conversation quietens as the drinkers look around. You've been here too long, and you're attracting the wrong kind of attention. Time to move on. Terror hasn't changed.
Because they're already terrified.
Well, that's all right with me. Anyway, onwards to Port Cecil.
Who would get offended more, me or a vegan feminist? I suppose it depends what you say to the vegan feminist, though. Well,
It also
then it
depends
also
to-
depends what you say to Mia. Okay, yeah, true.
I imagine there wouldn't be a lot of overlap between me and the vegan feminist in terms of
No,
statements you
get-
can...
You get offended by different things, it's true.
Yeah. So I guess the contest would be to find a statement that would upset us both. We could turn this into a game. I'll pretend to be Mir, and you'll pretend to be a vegan feminist, and then we'll have to listen to complaints by chat and argue which one we find offensive. And if we get a match, we have a winner. Bad idea?
Well, thing is, if I was a vegan feminist, I'm not sure that I would really get all that offended unless someone really tried.
Well, chat is really trying now, isn't it? The phosgene breaks.
Phosgene sounds like a bad poisonous gas.
It's alright, we have seawater.
Well, that's okay then. We wouldn't get too close to it though. I bet it coats your ship and makes it glowy and easy to spot.
We're fine. So yes, I had a dream on the couch because I blame the couch on those sorts of things. And for some reason, my dream started out on me being a date with a very boring guy. I was in some sort of plastic town. I think it was vaguely made out of Lego for some reason. And whenever he tried to talk, he just opened his mouth and all I heard was this weird droning sound.
Like, wah.
Yeah. It was really boring in my mind, even though he never actually said anything other than this weird noise. And then for some reason, in the middle of this nonsense, boring thing, I spot a woman across from me, sitting behind the guy, and we establish eye contact. Oh no.
Oh, big bad fish, Mia. Big bad fish.
Yes, I'm backing up. It hasn't seen me.
Okay.
Oh, I need to take a left here. Right, so I establish eye contact with this woman, and then while I'm staring at her, for some reason, her neck just starts expanding, like it gets longer, stretches out into the distance. She turns into this weird, terrifying human giraffe. So it was very concerning, but we didn't break eye contact, and apparently at the time I didn't find this particularly weird. And then somehow, through eye contact alone, we've established that, yeah, we're both pretty bored with our dates. It would be nice if we could, just stop. So how about we both go into the bathroom to resolve this issue? Again, keep in mind this is through eye contact alone. We're having a literal conversation with each other, and I'm not sure how that worked. And so we then both simultaneously get up. It was like staring into a mirror, minus the bit where she looked like a weird, terrifying human giraffe, but otherwise she mimicked my movements exactly. And then we walked to the bathroom, and then for some reason I had a huge fur coat in my pocket. Like, I have no idea how I managed to fit that thing, but it was really plush and thick and large. And so I gave it to her. And I think my plan was for her to use that to disguise herself. So she can walk out. Which is, alright, fair enough. She asks...
Very gentlemanly of you, Mia.
Thank you. She asks me where I'm working, that I can afford that sort of thing. And I tell her she'd probably not want to know, even though I myself have no idea where I'm working at this time. I mentally remark on that during my dream. And then she goes out the door, and I realize, hold on a minute, how do I get out now? So I just sit there for like what felt like half an hour or so, and then I decide to just climb out the window, and my dream ends. Port Cecil, a sourceless silver glow, a haven for players of games.
And so Bernie suggested the statement, women belong in the kitchen and belong on the job. Guido suggests,
Before you do that,
What?
may I at least drop off the checkered character?
Okay.
He waits eagerly by the rail. He lifts his head to inhale. "Oh, I can already smell the chess," he announces. "Thank you. Farewell?" He says neither of these things. He drops a sweaty bundle of banknotes in your hand and hares off up the hill, fingers twitching to begin a game. Game players, eh? But we've gained 100 echoes.
100 echoes, that's a lot compared to what we had.
I mean, yes, I guess, but we used to have enough to afford a second ship. A rubbish ship, but we could have, and now look at where we're now.
I know.
While we're here, shall we quickly,
I thought we already had done...
Yeah, but there's no harm in getting more port reports.
Okay.
People love them. Gather Scintillac. The best of the coral will fetch a high price in London.
Well,
but
Scintillac is what you've been collecting off the crabs.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You've already got Scintillac in your hub, in your hull.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah. Guido's asking, did Mia interrupt me? I may eventually be offended.
that's the idea.
Are you only tempted because it's a high-risk challenge?
Probably. Well, let's play chess. We apparently have a high chance of success. A disciplined success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rankmate. This will be a queen one day. Those would do better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts, however, and move methodically to victory over your opponent. He blinks. "Checkmate?" he asks helplessly.
Right, this is the place where you lick your chess piece.
Yes.
We were puzzled about that last time. I
Yes.
remember.
Oh well, that takes care of that. Where do we go now?
Well, you do need to go back to London. Is there a well-worn path to London, or...
I guess I could fly past Bonnie's Reef to clear that black splotch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can start with your offensive comments again.
Okay. So, where were we? This is just so I can get to Tammy's, because Tammy's is good. Guido had said, what are you eating? Do you have a cat beaming things into your mind? And then Tammy said, women belong in the kitchen, men belong in the kitchen, everyone belongs in the kitchen. The kitchen has bacon.
Oh.
Which I liked. A lot of things work with the kitchen has there. Like the kitchen has pizza. The kitchen has... Well, no, if it was chocolate cake, then I belong in the kitchen and everybody else can stay outside. Bernie says, so Mia dreams of terrible dates. Interesting. Jace says, I bet if Sal gains shape-shifting powers, I bet she'd show Mia of her new powers by waking him up while in the shape of a very large spider. No, I'm a nice landlady. Not an evil landlady.
Says the woman who sent me down a whirlpool of doom.
I didn't. I asked you what happened if you touched it.
Well, there was only one way to find out, so you actively encouraged me to touch the
good,
whirlpool of doom.
Good point. Guido says, a real question. Can you change the text size for this game?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
It is.
Options, video settings, UI scale, font scale. Oh! We did it, boys.
That might be a bit large.
In your mind,
can
yes.
you turn down the UI scale and just keep the... because now we can't actually see the game.
I can
Keep
see
the
enough.
font size high.
Options, video settings, UI
Turn
scale.
That halfway...
Is that acceptable?
Now try opening...
Ah!
Oh gosh.
The crustacean menace!
That's one of the bad ones, isn't it?
The crustacean menace. It has lamps attached to itself. Oh
see,
no!
That's one of the bad crabs, mate.
I mean, they're all bad crabs. I thought we established that.
Yeah. Oh, it seemed that people actually did like it with the massive UI.
No, they're just saying that ironically.
Crabs, come here.
I am aware of the crabs.
Okay, he's not that interested in you.
It's because I fired away.
Guido says, I would be more interested in this game now that I know about the text. Do you want us to put the GUI back up to maximum again?
Full power! Shepherd's Wash, the salty hinterland of London, home to hermits, nuns and shadowy business. We got rid of that thing.
Yeah, Guido's old and his eyes are bad. Yes, chat, you'll be pleased to know that Guido has brought the average age of our viewer base even further up.
Well, it came down ever since Terry kind of stopped showing up.
Yeah. Well, Guido's kind of up there with Terry. I think, what was Terry? Terry was 54.
I am not entirely sure. I usually don't ask people for their age.
Oh, he told me one time. I can't remember now. Bernie says no, but I'm not sure what to. Somebody being older, because Bernie liked being one of the older ones.
Oh no.
Oh, a gillifleur. It's such a delicate name for a ship-killing monster.
Oh no!
The gillifleur is after you, mate.
It's alright, I've got fire on me.
Every time I see Bad Stevener's Abyss out of the corner of my eye as it's approaching, I think it says Badass Steven.
Let's have some nightmares for that one. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately another. Ignore them, or inquire about their dreams the next morning. Eyes and a face. The whole neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It is the roof. It's watching us. Eyes and a face. Eyes and a face. Yes, I say softly. I lay my hand on the sailor's burning forehead. There are storms in the roof. Hush! We won't join them just yet. We've succeeded, and we've gained 10 terror. We're haunted now. But that's okay, we're in London now.
So Guido is 51 in April. Does that make him a grandbaby? And Tammy will be 47 next month. And Bernie says, get out of here, you two old hags. Because Bernie's 32 and will be 33 in July. He's our baby.
I'm an 80-year-old pensioner at heart. The revenueman. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Declare all controlled goods. Pay the customs duty on any untaxed souls or romantic literature. Oh no. Oh no. I have souls on my... I have souls aboard. I have a crate full of souls aboard.
I thought you got rid of the...
I didn't.
The souls.
I didn't.
Weren't you shipping the souls?
I was supposed to, but I didn't find them. Well, they don't need to know about everything. I don't have enough favors with the Admiralty. They need to know about every little trinket you have. The freest of trades. They tramp up and down your freshly mopped stairwells in their nasty boots. They poke and pry and prod, but they find nothing. I've succeeded in the Veil's challenge.
Very nice.
A breath of relief. That's true. Oh, we're down to 50 terror. That's nice.
Yeah. Gained 2 menaces.
Yeah, that's usually always the same. The dark spectacled admiral. Pass on. Where is my thing about?
About what?
Well, maybe I just click on the normal shot. Pass on strategic information.
Yeah.
The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. Invisible eyes, he's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. I've gained 150 echoes.
Okay, but...
We've had better. And I've gained 1 favour with the Admiralty. Well, let's submit some port reports. Here's one for Gatusmon. You have something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest? 30 echoes. Yes, that's nice.
A bit of extra fuel, and that's nice.
Port Cecil? The principles of coal, I have no idea why anyone thought that settlement was a good idea. Oh, another 30 echoes, hooray. The Iron Republic. Excuse me, I need to unlock this and this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it eventually. There's always someone. Vroomf. I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my 3rd best suit, and the Admiralty offers the modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day. I don't know why I changed narrator there.
Well, extra fuel.
I didn't get any money for my Iron Republic port reports. Did I not have another one? Oh yeah, I do. The Mangrove College. Oh yes, the muddy philosophers. Do tell. 50 echoes. Nice.
I've got socks older than you, Potato. Actually, I've got a t-shirt older than you. That's true.
Is there anything in particular they need? Well, if we can be assured of discretion. No, I don't need food. Ask if there's anything in particular he needs.
His desires?
Ah, yes. Well, if I can be assured discretion, there's this port. Speak to our agent here, there, and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. Strategic information from Mangrove College. I've just been there, but alright. And do you need something yourself? Information.
Information.
Visit a port and we'll be interested in the port reports. Visit places of particular interest and we'll be interested in the strategic information you gain thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lips curl. What's left of it anyway? I thought I had another one. I don't. Well, that takes care of that.
What was that cruising the something, the one above where you are? Ooh.
I've gained 3 crew. That should help with speed in the future, I hope. What? Carouse and the Wolfstack docks. Was that the thing you're talking about?
Yeah.
There is no danger there. Try to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. You might run into trouble or romance. And it costs 10 echoes, but sure, fine. A marvellous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire, and something more. We're fortunate. We lost 5 terror, 10 echoes, and we now have one of this recent news. We also lost another day, another free evening. We have a new total of 0. Does that mean we're out of days? That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with someone whose name you do not afterwards recall, or the likely lass.
Oh yeah, it's about time you dropped by the
Oh,
likely
I
lass.
don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I've got business here. But alright, it did cross my mind that you might drop by. A few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. We've lost 10 terror. Collectively, concerningly. Why is my whole crew involved in this?
It's because the leader of the team, their mood, their atmosphere, their morale affects the rest of the team. You've seen what it's like in the office.
Alright, I guess so. What was a Blemmingen
Blemmigan.
Gallivanter again?
Well, a gallivanter is somebody who is a gadabout town who has fun and frolics and drinks.
Oh heavens, no. Let's go back to the dry dock. Admiralty fuel stores. Oh god.
Flip Sal, tell us a story. Let's see, hang on. People were talking about age-related things. And then Guido says, it was a green worm and I tried to ride it off the cement porch stairs. There you go. I could give context to that, but I think it's funnier if I don't. Everyone's picking on Potato for being the baby. We love you though, Potato. You're like our little brother.
No, hold on, that's the worst thing you can possibly say.
What? It's like, if we were all one big
Have you
family.
had a little brother? Do you know how to treat
I've had a
them?
little sister. And it's true, I didn't necessarily treat her the best.
Yes, it's worse with a brother. I've been there.
I used to frame her for everything.
Hello, friends. We do bring you some recent news.
You're a little low on provisions.
I know,
Hey,
I need to go find
get
some
some more
crabs. A tea beneath the light, in the bleaching glare of the lens among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The sea's terror recedes.
Nice. And you've got a Z story.
Oh, thank you. I guess I can trade that.
So where are we going now? What are we up to?
We're going downstairs back to the Mangrove College because that's where the Admiralty wants us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's crabs down this way, isn't there? If only we could see them. Ah. Nicely done.
Oh, we've lost 4 hunger but didn't actually pick up any crates.
Oh.
That's not good. Something drifts face down.
Mm. Bernie says, Atmir, please pronounce this word for me.
Admiral.
Now stick T on the end of that.
Admiral.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if everybody was around when I was having the conversation with Bernie. Because Bernie is also German and teaches English to foreign people in Germany. And you were asking me about how to... Oh no, we were playing this. Yeah. So it wasn't one of the late night streams. You were asking me how I pronounce key. Because you were saying about people who... It was particularly African people you were saying that you were teaching who were pronouncing it... Was it way, because that's how, when they'd come across other English-speaking people, that was how they pronounced it. Mia, do you say milk or malk?
Milk. Who says milk?
Milk.
Yeah, you said milk. I heard that.
Guido says that he's only been here a little while, and he knows already that Mia will never say it right.
Ah, I see what you want. You see, if I pronounce it Admiralty, I can make a case out of this being something about Admiral Mir. So, and then I shorten away the at the start, and that turns it into the Miral Mir.
What just happened to that ship?
It
Melted.
went out of the
We
light
are
cone.
in the melting isles. That ship just melted before I knew we were at the melting isles. Milsh.
Yes, that works too, I guess. They wouldn't attack a ship in harbour, would they?
I think so.
The Mangrove College. Let's... Oh, pick up another passenger. The Gorses Forest, please. Skatersman. No, I'm not in a hurry, but I think I might stay below decks. I don't carry the fee on me. You'll have to trust me for it when we arrive. Thank you. A pleasure.
You have a shady sort. Gather supplies.
In a moment. Meet my contact. An enigmatic gentleman lives a comfortable life in the largest hut. He won't see you without an appointment, but the Admiralty has arranged that appointment for you.
You're like purposefully pronouncing that now, aren't you?
Well, fine. Let's humour Beloso. How do you pronounce the word?
Admiralty. There's no admiralty. It's just admiralty. Like admiral?
Once inside the hut, you might imagine yourself back in London. Bright candlelight, thick carpets, a little spotted with damp, even wallpaper similarly spotted. Two philosophers wait on you both, a little sulkily. The enigmatic gentleman will say nothing until you've both eaten dinner. A fine, if eclectic meal, cavern trout, swamp fruits, spices from Adam's Way, and withers served on Delftware on a lacquered Ming table. Lacquered? Anyway, when you're done, he gives you a carefully itemized list of ship sightings, some excellent port, and a little something to take away. Remember me to the Admiral, he says fondly. You now have one strategic information for the Admiralty.
Nice. And you have...
Admiralty.
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 What? What do you mean I have socks?
Muta salt.
Oh, muta salt. Please don't remind me of
A
socks.
new type of salt. And Guido points out, if it's sunless, isn't everything shady?
It is. Well, not
Weren't you
everything.
gonna try and
There
buy
is one
some-
sunny place around here,
Oh, there
and
is,
that's
yeah.
Estival,
Yeah.
an island that's in direct sunlight, which makes you die.
What about provisions, Mia? You've only got 4 bits of food left. You've got 4 sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Gather supplies. You don't have time to stop and rest, but you can gather plenty of supplies. The college members will grumble, but there's enough to go around.
Do they have any shops here?
Wonderful things. Your crew strips a stretch of shoreline bare. It'll have burgeoned again by next week, no doubt. 3 supplies. They do not have shops. Oh, another port report. Yes. And that takes care of that. I need this ship to drive away. I can't
You
leave.
can take that ship out. It's only a little pirate vessel.
I mean,
thingy.
yes, but at the very least needed to turn around. So it can't get the first shot at me as soon as I leave port.
Ah, there you go.
Oh no, that's...
Future, or is it streams from now on? Oh, we still got the first shot in.
That's because my cannons weren't loading for some reason.
Well, we might be changing things up a little bit in the near future. Have you told people, Nick?
Have I told people what? I'm not even told things.
About
No, there isn't a thing to tell.
Okay. So what, we're waiting to tell them.
No, we're not telling them. Stop it.
There might be potential for more
No!
recordings in the future.
You're telling people. What about the far future?
Yeah, the far future. I don't think
People will be dead. Let's loot it. We've got some supplies, some fuel, and a cask of wine again. Oh, heavens. That reminds me. Where do I need to deposit those souls?
Oh, yes.
I can't return to London with them aboard. Oh, remind me to sell all this stuff as soon as I'm back. Oh yeah, I also need to go to Corsa's Forest.
Oh, that was the place that you were...
Yeah, a moment ago, I know.
Yeah.
Where are my objectives? I forgot where I need to go.
Is it in the miscellaneous?
Passengers to London, kind of pirate poet, rumors of pirate poet, something awaits you. Terror, fate of needles. Something like a villa or a manor or a mansion.
Right, hang on.
But while I'm down here, I might as well quickly hop into the Iron Republic and stock up on fuel.
Yeah.
Those prices are unbeatable.
Indeed. Where were we? Right, yeah. So, do we have any plans for doing any recordings in the future, or is it streams from now on? I must admit, I
prefer the simplicity of streams.
Prefer streaming. Well, not just the simplicity, but the interaction as well. It's there are certain things which particularly loan themselves to recordings, but the streaming was my roots, and I just really enjoy it. There are some things though, yeah, where recording might be a thing, but what you might be seeing a bit more of in the future, Mia and I might do some.
Are you giving away our secrets?
No, so a duet is hardly a secret here.
You could turn it into one. Let's go to the shops.
Yeah.
Oh, they got rid of all the other stuff.
That's Sal, so when will Jay Sano and Avak be joining the Pixelmon server? No, I'm not giving away any secrets. Tell us this is about you. Guido is planning on living forever in his android body. Oh, what was I thinking of? We were having a discussion somewhere with someone. I can't remember whether it was me and chat, me and somebody. No, it wasn't someone at work. It was too esoteric for them. Or it might have been with Anubis. We were talking about like immortality through uploading your brain to a computer. It sounds like the kind of thing I'd be talking to Anubis about. And afterwards, because I was saying I would quite happily live in a VR world and just have my immortality being like have my brain downloaded to a computer and play games for the rest of my life. And then I thought about the time that I was playing a VR game, and it wasn't even a horror VR game. All that happened was it all went a little bit dark. And I was taking the visor off immediately, saying, don't like it, it's scary, it's not my kind of thing, I don't like it, I don't want to play anymore. Imagine if that was if you were immortal and the rest of your life was going to be spent trapped in a computer game that you hated. mean, for me, that would be something. Well, it'd be one of a couple of things. It would either be something dreadfully tedious, or it would be something dreadfully scary, or it would be something where the characters bob up and down an awful lot. Something like Faster Than Light is a game that I really love the concept of, but I can't play it and I can't watch it because it makes me nauseous watching all the characters
When
bob
you
up
say
and down.
Faster Than Light,
FTL.
what do you mean? You mean the little...
Yeah, those little pixelated characters because they bob.
They bob?
Yeah, they do. Most people don't notice it, but for me, it's so nauseating just watching them bob, 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 bob all the time. It's like they're dancing. No,
Even when they're standing still?
Yeah, well, even when they're standing still. It's not so bad when they're moving, actually. It's when they're standing still, they've got this constant animation, as though they're bending their knees and going, oh, here we go.
Yes, let's confront the nightmare again. We've succeeded in a hearts challenge. Terror remains unchanged. Reoccurring nightmare quality is gone. We defeated... I should probably read them.
Yeah.
You dive cleanly into the water. It is scalding hot. Your skin peels away like old paper. Beneath you, the eye rises. Your descent will take you directly into its dark, impossible pupil. Your lungs are bursting. You will wake, die, or both. The eye opens all the way, and in its glistening center you see the reflection of the god that lives in the roof. A lost, lorn, angry thing of lightning, a lone exile. You wake. You have passed through the nightmare and out the other side. We have gained one secret.
Nice. Okay, someone remind me to scroll down before I forget.
Scroll down. Because they can't remind you to scroll down.
I know, that's the joke. I'm just scrolling through to see... Tammy said, like Thimbleweed Park. Tato says, like Soma. Tato says, just hang out and VR chat forever. Guido says, wait, I'm not trapped in this VR game called life? Indeed, I buy into the idea of the Matrix. We're all there. There's a kink in the Matrix. Mia, trapped forever in a hella laggy space engineers running off his PC from when he and Sal were doing German lessons in space engineering.
Yes, that's the closest I've ever come to imagining existential horror. Alright, off you go. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Off you go, where is the person I wanted to toss out here? Drop off the shady sword. She inhales the air and smiles, perhaps for the first time. As I remember it, she remarks, less mud, more rum. Business concluded. The whinge-haired deferential fellow in fustian waits. He bows to the shady sword. A pleasure as ever. You he barely favours with a glance. He presses a heavy purse into your hand. Small coins stained with salt water, but together they amount to a tidy sum. 120 echoes.
Nice. Taser says, actually, I think Sal streaming VR chat would be hysterically hilarious. Guido says, I am the kink in the Matrix. Wait, did I say that out loud? So streaming, I mean VR chat, it's not something I know anything about. What's VR chat mean? You're more of a VR person. I've largely ignored it because I've just gone, no, far too immersive for me. I get too immersed in playing. I got immersed playing Minecraft on my phone. It made me jump so much I threw my phone in the air when a creeper exploded behind me. Can you imagine me with VR on?
Yes, that's exactly why they find it so funny. Man Pamiston. What's VR chat? Basically, imagine sitting in a public TeamSpeak server.
Okay.
where literally anyone can join.
Okay.
But instead of just being voice chat, everyone gets a virtual reality avatar and you hang around a virtual space. Kind of like in Gary's mod, playing Trouble in Terrorist Town without an actual game attached to it. You kind of just sit around and make your own game. But most of it is just standing around there and talking with other people about, I don't know.
The only problem with that is that if there isn't a limit on the number of people who can join, like if you've got more than 4 voices, 5 at a push, then there are so many voices all talking at once that it's difficult to...
It does have proximity audio, so if you step away from them, they get quieter, but you do run into situations where you have crowds of, I don't know, 15, 20 people just sitting around and being annoying. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. It seems like a very pointless game, in my opinion. A gimmicky thing that's not really worth your time.
VR Chat is a social game where you can dress up as anyone you want to be.
I guess so.
And yeah, German lessons in space engineers, I think that, I mean, it will always be that classic episode where the naked grandmother jumped out of the belly of the wolf, and Mia's reaction, I don't think I've ever laughed either on stream or on camera for quite such a long time. Guido says, I hate people in general. Why would I want to sit in VR chatting with the general public? Oh, you and Mia, you are just like... oh, it's the guy who shoots flares at you, Mia.
Yeah,
He
so
did
scary.
you a lot of damage last time, didn't he?
Oh, I was behind that lighthouse.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. He's Corvette class. The things just passed straight through me. He's...
I have pushed my engines too far, too fast. Sailor scream, flames rage. Heal the wounded, damp the flames. Quickly. I've succeeded in a hearts challenge, and we've lost 1 hull. The total is 41.
You want to get away from that thing, Mia. This is going to be the end of your ship, I think.
I just need to get behind him, and that's all I need to succeed.
It's faster and nippier than you. You only survived last time because it spent too much time shooting flares instead of shooting you. It didn't have to. Tato says, because you can have a party with a ferret, a succubus, and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, tell that to your normal friends and they call you crazy. And that's why it's so amazing. Do you remember, oh, maybe it was before Potato's time, when there was, I remember it was me and Mia, Apple was there, Minty Pocket, does anyone remember Minty Pocket? And some others were hanging out in, what was the name of that music thing, Mia? Where we ended up just watching YouTube videos.
I know what you mean, but I have no idea what it's called.
What was it called? Browser-based music thing.
The name is not important.
Yeah. Someone gets to DJ and pick YouTube videos for everybody else to dance to. And you all get to be an individual character. And so we had, it's like a disco, and there was men and women and horses and other creatures all dancing together. I actually really like that.
Bless you.
Sync Tube? No, it wasn't that. It was Plug DJ.
There you go.
Yeah, Plug DJ. Yeah, I got Apple into it, and then that was it. It was everyone got dragged there every other night. Oh, someone was asking about Terry. Terry was last time I spoke to Terry, he was doing okay. He'd been sick. Now this must be about this time last year. He'd been sick for quite a while, so he hadn't been hanging around much. But Terry tends to watch more stuff of a weekend. So we used to see a lot of Terry when we did the Saturday afternoon TFCs, because that was his time. Rat barge. Oh, is this the rat place?
No, it's not. This seems to be a different place, but they're automatically hostile to us, so... do not return sender. Nuncio, tactic turn functionaries walk the docks in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowned statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rat's eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like the tide. Right, let's assemble a port report, please. You may not be very familiar with the locals yet, but you can provide a preliminary overview. Fine, let's go speak with the tavern people. Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Lit by two roaring fires, one at either end of the room, the bartender is in postman's uniform, like almost all of the patrons. A noseless postal inspector called Blunt Thomas delivers the drinks, clears tables, stacks the firewood. Listening on postal tall tales, ask why the local currency consists of rats. Ask about that big statue in the center of the island. Ask how they all occupy themselves all day. Let's go through them one at a time. So why are we trading rats?
Why don't you just listen in on their tales before you upset them over something? Because
fishermen brag about fish that got away. Postmen brag about heart deliveries. Amazing what you get for a penny stamp. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope do not fold under any circumstance. Letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open, the servants they bribed, the delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It is hard to tell which they hate more, the senders of mail or the recipients. Stands to reason, if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. You know, have a newcomer to Nuncio thingy. Alright, I've already done that. Ask why the local currency is rats. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale, 3 strings for wine, 5 for the Toril brandy under the bar.
Oh, I can do. This is an old woman. That's the one voice I can do.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I do the voice.
Oh, yeah, right. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly, or maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it.
Long enough carrying the things around, you get into the habit,
she says. Then she tells you that if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession to the center of the island, stringing up rats around the statue like Yuletide decorations and prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you'd guess this is a story they often tell to newcomers. Right, okay, we know that. Ask why the... No, that's probably a rude thing to ask. Let's ask about the big statue. If there were a guidebook for visitors, it would have to be the first entry. The monumental postman.
Oh, that... It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island.
Most of them don't seem trolled for more of an explanation than that. That the hairless postman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all. That it used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Okay, I've gained one more of those cultivating friendship things. How do they occupy themselves? There must be more than this. Debt letter office, big building, centre of the town, hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat. Lit by 2 roaring fires, one at either end of the room. The partner in the postman's uniform... Okay, no, I read that. Asks to borrow a uniform. If you're to fit in here, you'll need one. Sure. Look, but not touch. They're polite, even apologetic, about your request. You're welcome here and welcome to take shifts at the dead letter office, but you cannot wear the uniform unless you were a postal employee back in former London. Regulations. Blunt Thomas lets you have a look at his uniform jacket at least. Neat stitching, gilded buttons, a thin but dignified circle of braid at the collar. Inside a patch that goes over the heart, stitched with 6 red letters. You can't read it, but it makes your eyes itch and your scalp feel like burning. I've been now accepted. Back to the docks. Shall we try a shift at the letter office?
Yeah.
There's a sign of cancel stamp over the door. Extensive tour. Blunt Thomas takes you around the office, a small collection room where those retrieving letters may state their business, a much larger set of back offices where newly arrived letters and parcels are collected and sorted, a dank, briny smell that never goes away, presumably because so many of the parcels spent time in the water before they arrived here. The back room is a machine manned, ratted by a postal rat, a ratter's Faber in a pinstriped hat. It shovels sludge-stamped letters into the machine's hopper, and they come out dried, cleaned, pressed, and sorted into slots by size and quality of paper. One has various possible occupations here. None could be described as fast-paced. Offer employment to the postal rat's niece. He asks it as a favour, and she sounds well-trained and eager.
We've had good experience with rats so far.
Yes, we have. Pay for a parcel with postage due. The carrier fees are startling for such a little packet. No wonder the recipient didn't think it worth paying. 30 echoes, no thank you. Converse with the postal rat. Why doesn't it make a machine like this one back in London? Might lead to fewer dead letters in the first place.
Don't you want to see what's in the pack? 30 echoes. I kind of want to see what's in the package for 30 echoes, mate.
Voyages north and east. Meticulous notes on the archaeology of foreign shores. Rubbings of lettering carved into distant cliffs. Drawings of a ruined temple. Mushrooms growing in the eyes of its sacred statues. These should have been the making of someone's academic career. They were sent to the Dean of Cryptotheology at the university, but not accepted. And the writer? Did she make it home, or did she die at sea?
Just say bye, Guido.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Now, they're my notes and secrets.
Aha.
I hope you're happy now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's talk with the rat. Why doesn't it make a machine like this one back in London? Might lead to fewer dead letters in the first place. Oh, no. That wouldn't be permitted at all. There's strict rules about the initial handling and sorting of post. An experimental machine might mangle the letters. It is only the dead material that is unimportant enough to be entrusted to a ratter's Faber. His voice isn't bitter, but he twists a coil so hard that it springs sideways out of the machine and pings off your shoe. I'm being trusted here now. Ask the postal rat for a key to the basement. There are doors in the dead letter office that you've never seen opened. Surely you can be trusted. No trouble at all. He's surprised by the request. Most postmen don't like it down there. No one ever asks for a key, but he'll cut you a new one. Just be careful in there and come out if you start to feel wrong. Okay. The key's warm in my pocket. Let's enjoy the back rooms. Deep and deeper. You had expected a few shelves of supplies, more files of letters a few years older. No, it is a pit so deep that lantern light does not show the bottom. A spiral walkway descends along its wall, and that spiral opens wider as it goes, as...
Oh, we've lost the capture card, Mir.
Never
it's
mind.
back again.
Along its wall, and that spiral opens wider as it goes, if you were looking through the narrow end of a very large shell. Lining this wall are shelves and nooks unevenly sized. Some are a few inches square and contain single scrolls of papyrus. Others support crates bigger than coffins. They're made of a woody fungus grown to meet requirements. There are no marks of carpentry or any of the postal rat's handiwork. 3 turns down the spiral and you feel you can't breathe. Time to leave. You can come back later. Maybe. We've gained 5 terror. Well, let's talk to the rat about what we've found. Gives you something new to chat about. Troubled, but not surprised. Yeah, they say that it's been there since before we came, before there were Londoners underneath, before there was a dead letter office in the first place. There was someone else, and they built that last layer on top of what was there before, and so on. When you press him, when you press him a little further, he says, "I've been down there. I didn't like it much, but I wanted to test my machine. Though if it could handle some of the very old dead letters, that would be a good sign. You know, evidence the machine was in working order. Good, strong sorting categories and so forth." He pauses. "There's letters down there that set your hair on fire if you so much as look at them. See that bald patch on my left leg? That wasn't a machine accident, oh no. That singed right off. Singed right off as soon as I put my nose into one of them letters." I've gained Tale of Terror.
Oh, was that the... You wanted 6, didn't you?
Oh no, I've already done that. That was the nightmare thing. We resolved that.
I was just looking at the time.
Oh, okay. What is the time?
We're nearly there, Mia. We're nearly at end of stream.
You need to press escape if you want to see a
it.
clock.
I need to be on the right thing as well. Yeah, so we've got a few minutes.
I need more mirrors.
Yeah.
Well, let's end my shift. Thank you for having me. Goodbye. But now we can file a port report.
Ooh.
Most of the inhabitants were Londoners once, but that doesn't mean they are now. Uniform behaviour, cataloguing all the peculiarities of the place takes many pages. The tailor who imports gilt buttons and braid just to be able to keep everyone's uniform in condition. The fashion of wearing a postbag with nothing inside. Wearing it open, wearing it upside down, torn apart or as a hat. Wearing it any way that will show it doesn't have letters in it. Then there are the sitting rooms, papered and cancelled stamps, the bergamot pomegranate curd on the toast, the commerce and rat corpses, the hatred of cats, the absolute custom against ever issuing a paper invitation for any event, no matter how formal. It's the familiarity, the not quite Londonness of the place that makes it all so odd.
And Bernie says, to Mia, a port report is to others what might be a beautiful woman. And I did just want to say, like Bernie said, so no word from Terry for a year now. Wouldn't want him to die, Sal. He'd be your second sub to do so. And no, Terry did turn up in, it was one of the afternoon weekend streams that I did on Dwarf Fortress. So yeah, he's still around. But for anyone who doesn't know about my first sub to die on me, was Mad Mike, and it was sort of 6 months after he passed, his daughter made the most heart-rending video and posted it on his channel. If you haven't seen that, it's amazing. It's sort of what she spoke about. He'd made a video maybe a year before he died, talking about how he'd had an aneurysm in his brain and how much it had meant to him. Being able to do YouTubing and how much he sort of enjoyed it, and it was something that he could do, and how the support of sort of people like us, like people from the Nidd and who've given him to say, yeah, just go for it, just do it, do your thing, be you. And he'd made a very a really deep video that sort of changed my attitude, because I was YouTubing and streaming because partly for the fun and because I like the community. I hadn't realised what he was saying was that this actually affects me. It affects me, and it affects me for the better. It's made my life better by having you people around, and that was quite an eye opener. But then after he died, his daughter made a video. The first thing she did was to apologise. It had taken her 6 months to be able to bring herself to make the video, to sort of gather herself. Because before her dad died, he'd asked her to make a video and post the video on his channel, apologising to his viewers for not being able to make videos anymore, and to thank everybody for everything that they'd done for him, that how much they brought to sort of the last few years of his life. It's a really heart-rending and sad, but somehow lovely video. A really hard watch, but something quite something that I certainly didn't I will never regret having watched. But yeah, Mike, we miss him. He was crazy. He called himself Mad Mike. But anyway, are you going to head to a port, Mia? Because we are nearly at stream end.
I guess so. I'll see if I can find something nearby.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I'll do our outro. Now, if you enjoyed watching Mia getting lost under the darkness of the Neath on the Sunless Sea, and you
it's
want to...
not under the darkness.
No, you're under the darkness of the Neath. You're under the Neath.
Oh yeah, right. The sea's called sea. Never mind.
Yeah. And you want to see Mia struggling a bit more with his crabs, then do join us again next week on Wednesday at 8 PM GMT. That's 2 hours ago from now. Tomorrow,
if you're watching this live.
Yeah, indeed.
It's a very important note. People might not realise.
Tomorrow, which is Thursday at 8 PM GMT, I shall... I think I'll be playing Pixelmon. And... yes, because I've got to the point where it's time to start making the fossil machines. I've got all the stuff I need, and off camera I've done a little bit of work to sort of set myself up with a room, and I've done a bit of work on my base, so I'll show you what we've done, and we'll make those fossil machines and get that off, and then we'll I think it's probably time we did a bit more Pixelmon gathering and fighting and stuff. I've made a few more balls so that we can go gather some things. No, still a floating house. I haven't yet gathered enough shards to allow me to swim underwater. I caught myself an underwater Pokemon that will allow me to travel underwater without drowning. I did do... Was it on camera or off camera where I did the back room? I've got a feeling it... Oh, no, it was on camera. Yeah. It was just before Potato stream, wasn't it, of the weekend? Then I will probably be streaming sometime over the weekend. Potato will be streaming at some time, and then... on Monday at 8 PM GMT, we shall have Mia's Merednesday. Is that pronounced correctly? Merednesday?
Yeah, I suppose so. You win this round.
Yes, carrots. Where Mia will be playing... Have you finished Auto Tomato yet?
No.
So Mia will be playing Auto Tomato and Less Advised Otherwise. Are you still looking for a port, Mia?
I am. It's not looking good.
Why don't you just head back to London? I mean, you're
I can't
low...
with my souls aboard. I need to find the smuggle port.
Oh, a smuggle port.
You know what? I'll just go down to the artist room.
What about that? The Khan's Empire is a place where they do lots of smuggling.
No.
I
I'm
bet
not
that's where
allied
they-
with them enough to actually go do smuggling there. I'll just go park at the large mushroom and collect some mushroom soup.
Okay. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll let Mir. How far off are you, Mir?
It's right there, and I'm right there. It's
Okay.
like a minute
Okay.
at most.
You know, you've not got much fuel left.
I'm fine. I feel like there's a story event lying around here.
Yeah, we don't want a story event till next week.
Somebody remind me next week that I need to go check that thing out.
Right,
Look, you
looks
can
like
see the
Mir-
mushrooms right there.
Yeah, Mir is safely at the mushroom, so we'll end the stream now. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.